have a posse. I didn't have a group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a guy here, a guy there, they call them rappies, right? But when I faced those judge, Eugene Clark, Manfredi, that I know them now. After 30 years, I know of their names. And they gave me my faith, and I said, okay.
How was that for you, though? How was that like when you sit in front of the judge, and I don't know how much time they gave you, but
5 to 15.
5 to 15 years. How did that hit you when they gave you that time?
Damn. Like, we talking state time. We ain't talking county. We heard a lot about the states. Uncles. My uncle Artie McLeod was at the States. He was a known fighter in the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Big time now. I've been through the study center, been on security side, been on open side. I already understand.
Yeah.
Right? But this is something different from what I heard. You going to graded for it. I never went to Camp Hill.
So
I went straight to, I went straight to graded for it.
Wow.
Going through Holmesburg. See, people don't understand. I got groomed in Holmesburg. Holmesburg was like a little penitentiary on Torresdale Avenue. You heard of Holmesburg?
Yeah, my uncle was there.
It's still there. Well, it ain't open, but the building is still there. Just run up Torresdale, you'll see it. Go up towards the.
How was that? How was Holmesburg?
Holmesburg, without going to graded for yet, but hearing it, getting groomed to go up there.
Yeah.
Holmesburg, to me, was maybe a little bit, the environment was more of a small, not as populated because of the numbers. Holmesburg is still a county, right? But it was the big jail out of the county before you hit upstate. A lot of pro violators, a lot of new cases and whatever, or you going upstate or you do county bid down there, like county life. But to me, they was basically on the same number, but just a smaller population compared to the graded for big population. Say you got 20,000+ in graded for it, and say you got 13,000 or 12,000 in Holmesburg.
Yeah.
So we already know the more people, 9 out of 10 is going to be
crazy,
more craziness.
Yeah.
So based on that, it was graded for it, of course, because of the population. But Holmesburg wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
Holmesburg, anybody know I was on J Block? They had a boxing team on Holmesburg. And the amateur program they had in society was attached to inside. Yeah. The AAU, the Golden Gloves, all that stuff was tied in, means that back then, the amateurs to come in and do shows with us in the jail.
In the prison.
They was coming in the jail.
Wow.
And a lot of old heads that was either violators, ready to get sent back to graded for it, or they was ready to get, or they was doing life already, which was a lot of them. And a lot of them became trainers because they used to fight and box. Not pro, but in through the system.
So you was already boxing before you got arrested?
I was boxing at 9 years old.
Okay. So
I had a couple of Olympics, 26 in master with Fred Jenkins and them. I've been on some AAU Golden Gloves in 13, 14 years old. I come up in a boxing family. Yes, I had some amateur fights. The shirt I have on right now, if I, and I use the word if, stayed on the right track, I had a good chance on trying out for the 1984 Olympic team that I'm wearing right now, with I consider the best Olympic team we ever had in America.
Wow.
And that's Meldrick Teller, Philadelphia, Tyrone Biggs, Mark Breland, Sweet Pea Whitaker, and Evander, the real deal Holyfield from the ATL at one time. So, and trophies that I still have, and pictures that I still have. Danny Davis, who worked with me for since I retired, I'll say 20-something years, also boxed.
Yeah, no.
Also knew my trainer, Jazz Jarrett, Together Brothers, up in Germantown, who grew up with my parents. Jazz Jarrett did. Mr. Jazz, we called him. He had a boxing program called Together Brothers. Put down the guns and put on the gloves.
Wow. Let me ask you a question though. So you said you went from Holmesburg, right? You went Holmesburg. Holmesburg is rough, and you already was boxing. When you was in the county, was it anybody that they knew you like that's what they called you heads back in the day? There wasn't anybody that ever like tried you like let me see if it's what
on
it
the
is.
block? No, I never had a fight on the block. I never had a fight, but I had in the gym.
Yeah.
Where people thought they can beat me in the gym, or he ain't really all that. You get the competition in there because they want to be the ones to say like they the king or they the best in that division. And my division was light heavyweight.
Okay.
Right? I melt my body down through discipline, eating the right foods, and became a middleweight in society, even touching it in there. Everything I got far as eat to live, not to die, right? I got that from the teachings in Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. And I added that into my psyche to the day and my lifestyle and everything today. So, but I learned and picked up those good attributes that most don't pick up good stuff to be able to say, I'm going to use this when I do get out 3 years from now and after getting 2 in. I'm 2 in already. So now I'm already preparing that I'm going to take all these things that I know not to eat in this place, which was garbage 90% of the time, right? Even especially what they feed you to, or give you to drink, right? We call it saccharin. The stuff that lunchtime, the stuff that stain the steel cup that you drink, the table. You spill on the table, and they scrubbing it off with Brillo pads because they can't get off. What it does in your insides.
I heard a rumor that said that you can't have no kids if you keep drinking that stuff too.
And you won't. So my
really?
Yeah. They want to sterilize you. They want to sterilize you. They want to have you. They don't want to have you walking around in the joint like They want to make sure they literally sterilize you.
Wow. Let me ask you a question. Look,
food.
So you leave Holmesburg and you go to Greatesford, right? How was it when you first seen that wall? Greatesford got that big wall. How was it for you, like to see that?
Man, the walls of China, they called it. Literally, you'll hear somebody, when they see this podcast, they're going to know what I'm talking about. Especially my man, Smokey Wilson, who did 42 years. He had life, juvenile life, got out. Did 42, he trained me. He home now. You'll hear this. He did 42.
Wow.
Right? So when you pull up in that van, like this, they shackle ankle to and you pull up, and they take you in that little tunnel, you go in there, damn. You must understand two things. Body language and eye contact is so severe, important. Doesn't give you the outcome, but it gets you in the door. It gets you in the door.
Say that again for me, Nard, where people can know. Because there's a lot of people that's going to jail. And it's inevitable.
Listen. Body language or eye contact is so important. When you go through that door, and this ain't a door of a regular, we talking about a steel, this wall from bottom to top, this door is huge. And that door open up and that van rides in that building. That city, excuse me.
City.
Yeah, Greatesford City. You go in that thing, man, and they waiting there, line up. And you come up that, you come out of there, and they got you lined up, one by one. You step up, and they give you their belongings become your belongings. These are yours, blanket sheets, whatever they give you, and you hold and classify you. Now, the guards ain't classifying you. They being overlooked by one guard. The inmates are doing it. The ones that been there 30, 40, 20 years. They become now the unlicensed guards, but inmates. So they got time in. They old heads. They dug in. They don't even worry about getting